Hello dear students, I am Dr. Sanjay Pagar, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear student, I welcome all of you in this online lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajas, Care Arts, Beach Commerce and AM Science, popularly known as KTHM College Nasik. Dear student, this is our MAMSC Geography Part First Class, Semester 1 and title of our subject is Principles of Economic Geography. Dear student, today in this lecture we are going to discuss our topic number 5, that is transport and communication. In this topic we have last subtopic, that is role of transport and communication. Dear student, in previous lecture we have detailed discussed information about various means of communication. For today's lecture we have study objective or learning objective, that is very simple, to discuss the role of transport and communication in economy, or you can say the economic development of the country. Dear student, modern transport and communication facilities play an important role for integrated economic development of each country. Transport and communication are significant infrastructural requirement of the modern world for its all over development. Just like a power, it also lay a foundation of growth of agriculture, manufacturing, trade, and commerce, and so many parts of the economy. Dear students, therefore both these two factors are very important when we are talking about the economic development of the country. The communication help in exchanging news across the world. It requires the whatever the information we have at various level about the requirement that we get from the news and the through the various means of communication, that is very important for conducting the international and internal trade also. Dear student, a country cannot develop so fast without a development of transport and communication system. It is a very important requirement for the development of the economy. Road, railway, air, and the water are the important source of transport, whereas the postal, telephone, telegraphs, internet, radio, and TV are included in the source of communication. With help of these sources, we can able to do support for the economic development of the country. Dear student, let us talk about the importance of transport and communication in development of the economy step by step with help of the various points. See the first very important point, movement of the goods. Dear student, the transportation help to carry final goods at the market and bring raw material from the market to a specific site, whereas communication help to get information about the market structure of the goods and services. Therefore, both are very important. You know that without raw material, we are not going to do the finished product with help of the industry. So for that purpose, there is a need to bring the raw material from its source toward the factory, and when it will be transferred into the final product, that time again this final product we have to bring toward the consumer or say the market. And for that purpose, even the communication is also very useful means to get the information from market toward the factory and the factory toward the market. So in this process, for the movements of the goods, the both are very important. Dear student, the transport system facilitates movements of the different inputs like raw material, fuels, and machinery, and so many things from one place to another place, which is a requirement for the industry. If the means of transport and communication are improved, quick, and cheap, they will increase the mobility of the factors of the production. It may be, I just mentioned about it may be raw material or the energy or maybe the labor or number of things that we require that are part and parcel of production. For that purpose, we require the movement of goods from one place to another place, and in this regard, these both are the transport and communication are very useful for us. And therefore, for the economic development of any country, if these both factors are developed, then definitely the directly or indirectly support to development of each and every country's economy. Let us talk about the second importance of the transport and communication, that is labor mobility. Dear student, you know that the transport system has increased the mobility of laborers between the different regions of the country. and laborers are not available at particular place. They spread all part of the area. So therefore, when we require the various type of the labor, it may be skilled labor, unskilled labor, or the high skilled labor, that time according to our demand we have to bring this labor toward our factory, toward our industry. And in this regard, the transport system help us in a large scale. The mobility of the labor is equally important for both expansion and industry, as well as the improve a lot of workers. Dear student, this was about the labor mobility. Another important importance of the transport and communication is extension and the perfection of market. Dear student, the transport and communication system is extending the size of the market of the various products of the country to a distant area. By the establishing the link between the production center, distribution center, and ultimate consumers, the transport system extends the size of market for various products produced in the country. And you know that, dear student, so there is a requirement. So whatever the market we produce in our factory, in the industry, that time, that should be reached within a time toward the market, toward the consumer. And you know that nowadays, due to the globalization and privatization, the market, we have a lot of opportunity of the market at the international level. In this regard, both these transport and communication are very important to extension and the perfection of the market. So without these two facility, we are not able to get the market in a proper way. So for that purpose, both are very important. Let us talk of the other important information about the extension and the perfection of the market. Due to the communication, we could receive the proper information of goods demand in the market. On other hand, that information we can able to provide require goods to consume. So this is very important. So when we are going to send the product in the market, we have to get the information whether in that market there is a sufficient demand for our product. If it is yes, then we can send. So this information we can able to get from the communication. And when we want to send our product in the market, that time we require the transportation. So both are very important in this regard. The transport system of the country is creating direct demand for various industrial goods like machinery, iron, steel product, and so many, and thus stimulating the economic development of the country. If the means of transport and communication are cheap and fast, then the commodity can be easily carried over to a long distance and the size of the market will expand. See, I just mentioned that due to the globalization, this is possible in the world. So definitely a country which have such type of good, cheap and fast and very good foundation of the transport and communication network, then definitely in that area the size of the market is extended and they can reach toward the global market. They can send each and everything at the international level at the various countries market. But when it will be possible, if they have a very good sound and a very healthy network of the transport and communications. Therefore, in this regard, really, this is very important for us. Today, domestic and international market has been expanded due to the only modern transport of system. See, in the case of the developed country, we have this very good effective factor. Therefore, they can able to send their market each and every corner of the world. So why it is possible? On the other hand, we have the ASEAN and the some ASEAN and the African country where these facilities are yet not flourished, not developed. Therefore, there is a limitation on their market, their production to reach toward the market. Even they don't have too good goods to send the market, but definitely if they develop their network of the transport and communication, definitely they can able to expand their market size also. So this was about this point. Let us talk about the another important points of the importance of the transport and development, transportation and the communication, that is development of the industry. A developed transport system reduces the regional industrial disparity by facilitating establishment of industries in backward area. Dear student, this is very important. If you want to bring a, if you want to remove the regional disparity, for that purpose, the industrial development in that area is very important. And for that purpose, the transport facility is very important, because directly or indirectly it helps to remove the regional disparity with respect to the industry development in that area. Dear student, the communication system also help industrialists and the business communities to take right decision at right time by providing them informations and the news related with the business and the finances matter. This is a very important. See, when we got the proper knowledge and the news and the information about the various industrial and the business centers, that time definitely we can able to frame our plan, our business as per the requirement. But this requirement we can able to receive with help of the communication. And again I repeat that same point, and as per the demand of the market, demand of the community, we can able to send our product to the consumer, toward the market, by using the various modes of transportation. So in this, when we talking about the development of industry, in this regard, the both are very important to us. Dear student, it is possible to know about the price of commodity, the prevailing at any part of the world in no time, and also help to operate their business according to that through the communication system. So at the international level, these both factors are very effective. If we have a very good network of this factor, then definitely we can able to get a lot of information that directly or indirectly help us to development of our industrial sector and our business also. Let us talk about the another important point, that generate the employment. Dear student, this is very important. The both are, means transport and communication, both sector help us to generate a lot of employment in our area. Let us talk about the first, transport. The transport system helps to solve the problem of unemployment in the rural area by sending surplus labor to the industries, and it also solves the needs of industry. Dear student, the development of the transport and communication facilities help to establish the various industries, factories, hotels, and other various services where the people can get job opportunity in this sector. See, the structure of the both, I'm talking about the transport and the network, you will understand that at various places we require the people, we require the labor, skilled labor, unskilled labor, and highly skilled labor. So that through this both sector, we can able to provide a lot of employment to these people. If you are talking about India, in India, about 13 million people are directly or indirectly depend for their employment on this sector. See, this is the number is too much as compared to when we are talking about the India. So not only in India, but all part of the world, these two sectors provide a lot of employment to the people. Therefore, it generates employment, and in future also this proportion will be expand, will be increased, because you know that at international level and also at the regional level, the demand from these both sources is increasing day by day for the employment, and therefore this is very important source of the employment to the people. These people directly employed in the transport and the communication system, and this sector is contributing a considerable portion of the GDP of the country. See, this is a very important. Even as a student, the GDP, the GDP of country is totally depend on the various sector, how they are going to support the financial support to the country. So when we are talking about the transport and communication, both are help in this regard to increase the GDP of the country. So therefore, this is a very important. The transport and communication are really very good support, provide very good support for generating the employment of the at the country as well as the international level also. Dear student, it also encourages the trade. That is very important. The both, I mean talking about the transport and communication, both are very important to encourage the trade, not only for the regional trade, but also international trade. Trade is a basic economic concept involving the buying and the selling of the goods and services with commission paid by the buyers to the seller or exchange of the goods or services between parties. Dear student, you know that there are mainly two types of the trade. One is the external trade and one is the internal trade. The both trade require the both trade provide the goods and services from one place to another place as per the requirement of the consumer. It play a major role in economic uplift of a country as it promote internal and the external. I just talk about this thing. See, dear student, if you want to increase the trade for that purpose, again one thing is very important. We have to know where is the demand for our product, where is the area, which is the part of the world where any things that is the deficit or they don't have the sufficient product. So if we got this information, then we can, if we have a surplus production of that same commodity, then we can send, and in this way the trade between these two countries is increased. This is a very important principle. And nowadays, for the development of the e-commerce, both factors are support directly and indirectly. You know that now e-commerce is a part and parcel of latest of the modern economy. See, in the e-commerce, the online shopping, online marketing, online ad, this everything is possible. But for that purpose, we require the very good network of the communication. The means of communication we require. Internet is required. So then we can able to get the proper information about our consumer, our market, or our products. And yes, again I'm talking about that. And when we get this information, then you can able to send all these goods and services at that particular level, at that particular place where it require. So through the very good network of the transportation system. So therefore, this is very important. Dear student, the machines and the raw material can be imported from other countries for the industry sector. See, the industry sector also play a very important role in the trade and internal and external trade. But for that purpose, we require various goods and material and the raw material and the various things. That things we can able to bring. So when we bring these things, if you see the raw material from other country to our country, or maybe some goods from our country to another country, then through this process, the international trade is increased. So therefore, this both, and again I am repeating that due to the good transportation network and the communication, this can be work very smoothly. It helps directly and indirectly to enlarge our trade at the international level. Integrated road network and the transportation corridor connectivity with the major regional trade partner country is very useful for the development of the trade. Dear student, a trade bloc like SAARC is a very important, sir. India and we have our neighboring country. The SAARC is a very important organization. If we're talking about this organization, so when we increase our trade with the SAARC country, that time again we require the transport and the communication. So fortunately, we have very good network of the transport and communication with our SAARC country. So therefore, if we see the proportion of each country that participated in the SAARC organization, that definitely the ratio or the proportion of the India with respect to the other remaining country is very large. Why it is possible? Only due to we have very good network of the communication and the transport with the SAARC country. So same thing we observe at the international level. So therefore, these both facility are encourage the trade not only in the regional level but also at the international level. And last but not the least, another very important sector that require the transport and communication. I means the importance of transport and communication is very good or very important to develop the tourism sector. Dear student, you know that the tourism means the people traveling for a fun and the pleasure, and it is a very important tertiary activity, the fast growing activity at the international level, and even the nowadays developing country and the underdeveloped country also. In there we can observe that the transport facility is increasing day by day. But see, dear student, the development of the tourism is impossible without efficient transport and the communication system. Therefore, we require the transport and communication to develop the tourism from regional level up to the global level. And tourism requires the transport and communication facility to travel to various parts of the country, various parts of the world. So with this respect, in this regard, the need of communication and transportation very important to us. The most of the tourists who came to tourist place and return back to their home after visiting some places where these facilities are easily accessible, then definitely in this regard we observe that at that particular area the activity of the transport tourism is developed too much as compared to other part of the area where we have not too good network of the transport and communication. We will find that both these facilities are developed in any tourist place, then it helps to develop it rapidly as compared to other region. Dear student, if you're talking about in India, we have the Kerala, we have Tamil Nadu, we have Gujarat, we have Rajasthan, we have Delhi. These are the states, even the Tamil Nadu, these are the states that develop with respect to the tourism develop too much. Behind that, one very important point, one very important reason is that they have a very good network of the transport and communication. In the other hand, even in Northeast India, we have very good beauty, very good nature that can support the tourism activity. But see, in this area, I'm talking about the Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Tripura, Sikkim, and so these are the seven states that are located in the northeast part of the India. Here we have the very good natural beauty that can be boost the tourism activity. But see, but in that area, what is the problem? We don't have good network of the communication and transport facility. Therefore, there is a potential, but even that not develop up to their potential. And in this point, I would like to mention one thing, that why it is not developed. The one important point is lack of the transport and communication facility in that area. Dear student, I just mentioned the another important point is, for the online booking, internet and the various modes of communication is very important. And now the online booking is a part and parcel of the tourism. So that the in India and the international level also, most tourists now prefer the way of the online booking. And if you don't have good communication network, internet facility, then definitely we will face the problem to enlarge our tourism at the international level. So dear student, that is about the today's lecture. Today we discuss about the needs, importance of the transport and communication in the economy, or you can say the economic development. Dear student, in next lecture we are going to start a new chapter, that is trade. And in this chapter, the first point, that the definition and the type of trade, we are going to discuss in next chapter and next lecture. Okay, thank you.